The water is back on tonight at an East Point apartment complex, but their water woes are far from over. Plus, George Franco is there right now. He has more of the story for us. George?
Well, Amanda, the residents here at the terraces at East Point Apartments received this flyer tonight telling them that they have to vacate immediately after their water was turned off yesterday. And that made for a day of drama and tension. But then around 7 o'clock tonight, the water was turned back on, at least temporarily. East Point water crews came here earlier today with a police escort. They were checking to make sure the water to the complex remained turned off. Police say someone tried to turn it back on by trying to cut the chain. East Point city officials say 48 apartment units had their water shut off after the property owner failed to pay an $18,000 bill.
Wherever he's going with the money, if not, that's right on him.
The water was shut off Tuesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, this flyer was posted telling residents they had to vacate immediately.
No, they don't have any money. You go ask any resident out here, they're going to tell you they don't have any money to move.
Pay for hotel or anything?
Nothing.
The city of East Point says the tenants don't qualify for emergency services from agencies like the Red Cross, which provides shelter for natural disasters and unexpected tragedies like fires. Without anywhere to go, tenants weren't budging.
They give me the money to put a hotel fee in. If they give me the money, I go. Until then, I'm staying.
But then, in an emergency move put together by the city of East Point and Fulton County's Department of Health and Wellness, the water was turned back on, at least temporarily.
Fulton County has made arrangements with the city manager to have the water turned back on temporarily for the next 48 hours.
And if the bill isn't paid in those 48 hours?
If the bill is not paid in those 48 hours, Fulton County will be processing legal actions to get the tenants out and hopefully have our Human Services Department out here to help assess them to get other places to live.
An update on the bill now. The city of East Point tells us that $6,000 of that $18,000 bill has been paid. But as you just heard, if the rest of that bill isn't paid within the next 48 hours, the people here at this apartment complex are still going to have to find another place to stay until the water is turned back on. Reporting live tonight in East Point, I'm George Franco, Fox 5 News.
We'll be watching to see what happens. George, thanks. It could be at least... Now, frustrations are bubbling over because of billing issues at the Atlanta Water Department.
So much so that leaders called a special meeting tonight to address those concerns. Fox 5's Caitlin Pratt joins us live from City Hall with the story. Caitlin?
There's been a number of public complaints about high bills and water cutoffs in recent weeks, but Atlanta water leaders telling us those problems are isolated. No flood of trouble here.
The customer to find out what the problem is.
Atlanta water leaders calling a press conference Wednesday to respond to customer billing complaints. The city raising water rates 27.5% last June, but the hike wasn't added to customer bills right away, and the city is back billing to collect that money.
You were paying for, under the code, what you were required to pay for, and we apologize. It took that long to get the program tested and get it together.
Watershed Commissioner Rob Hunter admitted there are problems, but not as many as you may think.
Every month, 95% of our customers have no issues.
Kenny Wellborn is part of the 5% that does.
Along with the other bills that you have to pay, it's hard to just pay all that at one time. And so I asked them for an installment plan.
But Wellborn says the plan was yanked when he paid late and didn't realize it. Since getting on the installment plan, Wellborn says his payments have been due on the 7th, 8th, or 9th, but that changed this month, he says, when the date suddenly changed to the 2nd. He now has to pay the $500 balance in full, money he doesn't have. Wellborn says he's trying to get it straightened out, but can't seem to get an answer, even after going to City Hall.
And the state of Atlanta, management, and the mayor, something needs to be done.
We are doing what city code wants and what our customers want. We are making sure that people pay for the water they use.
Water leaders say customers like Wellborn should be getting a response from in a week's time, rather. Live outside Atlanta City Hall tonight, I'm Caitlin Pratt, Fox 5 News.
All right, Caitlin, thank you. And still ahead on Fox 5 News at 10 tonight. Back on at an East Point apartment complex tonight, but it's only a temporary fix.
East Point water crews shut off the water Tuesday after the owner of the complex failed to pay an $18,000 bill. Tenants were told to vacate immediately, but in an emergency move, East Point and Fulton County officials turned the water back on for the next 48 hours.
If the bill is not paid in those 48 hours, Fulton County will be processing legal actions to get the tenants out and hopefully have our Human Services Department out here to help assess them to get other places to live.
Many of the tenants say they can't afford to pay for a hotel room or move their things. Atlanta water meter readers are responding to customer billing complaints tonight. The city raising rates in June, but didn't add the hike to bills right away. When the city started to back bill to collect that money, they apparently listed the charge as delinquent. Some residents even had their water cut off. The water department insists the complaints are isolated.
Every month, 95% of our customers have no issues. They get a bill, the bill's correct, they pay their bill, service continues. But we have about 5% of our customers that we terminate service, slightly less than 5%.
We're told other problems such as leaks and broken meters may lead to higher bills. The city urges people to call them with questions. We've added their link to our website, myfoxatlanta.com. The $1 million that Georgia school superintendent